Ladies and gentlemen, it is I, Tetcher, and welcome to another Road to Blizzcon game. This is another one from the round of 128. The team were kind enough to send me the replay. So, ladies and gentlemen, spawning, excuse me, on the left-hand side of the Haunted Mines, it is going to be Team Virtus.pro. And, starting off playing the Rhaegar, it is going to be Tetcher. Playing the Sylvanas, it will be unstable. I wonder if he'll take unstable poison. Playing the Tassadar, it is Kuni-chan. Playing the Arthas, it is going to be BKB. And the Jada, being played by Andy Lendy. And on the right-hand side, it is the red team, otherwise known as Pixel Hunters. And my middle mouse button isn't working, so forgive my terrible camera work. But on Pixel Hunters, playing the Kael'thas, it is going to be Dox, or Dokes. I'm assuming Dox. Playing the Johanna, it is going to be Mac. We're not even going to attempt to pronounce that in Russian because it looks Russian. Playing the Nova, it is going to be Profuns. That is a very good name, but unfortunately you're playing Nova, so void. The Malfurion is being played by Macintosh. Or Macintosh. I like Macintosh. And, oh Jesus Christ. Playing the Asmodad, it will be Watant, who we shall just call What. He shall be called What from now on. And, well, Virtus.pro are just going to absolutely annihilate this bottom lane. Because no one from Pixel Hunters is in it. A BKB currently holding back the entire of the enemy team. While Sylvanas and the rest of the team push the lane. We're going to see Jada get rooted a bit here. And Kael'thas being dropped quite low in the back. BKB continuing to tank it all. Asmodad has come around to the other side, trying to get a good sandwich maneuver. But Kael'thas dropping very low here. But the blind coming in from Johanna will be able to protect it. And down goes Asmodad. He clearly roamed a bit too far forward there during all of that. So, what? In the meantime, though, the rest of them have headed up to the top lane to soak all that XP. Tassadar was almost ganked, but was able to get out of there. And once again, they have no one bot lane. So Sylvanas is continuing to push. Pixel Hunters are roaming as a 4, trying to stack Asmodad, but instead of stacking Asmodad, they're just losing all their buildings. This is not working out well for them. Mines are opening in 19 seconds. So this will be their chance to make a comeback. They're currently an entire level behind. Let's finally have a look at the talents. Lost Soul, taken by Sylvanas to reduce the Shadow Dagger cooldown, which is pretty good. Allows you to halt minion waves and do a lot of damage to them in the whole wave, waiting for them to group up. Nice, and gets that up, and as you can see, only 5 seconds left for it to come up. Currently, no one in the mines. VP just staying up top, trying to deny as much as possible. There we go. Sylvanas heading on their own, but we're seeing a quick team fight down here. Asmodad dropping very low. Jada focusing him down. He does go down. And we're seeing Malfurion drop as well. Dox trying to micro his way backwards. Mac is getting focused though. He goes down. Dox gets rooted. He goes down. BKB heals himself with his death core. He had just enough mana for it. Nova gets picked off. And Virtus.pro in a significant lead at the moment. They're going to make their way into the mines. Only a couple of them will stay up top to take XP, including BKB, who is taking a lot of damage from this minion wave. Has to go into the mines to survive. Almost died there. Gets healed by Rhaegar and goes back out to continue beating the snot out of all of the minions. He has like no mana. There we go. Finally going to go B. Kael'thas and Jaina and Nova, sorry, making their way into the mines. Everyone from Pixel Hunters is in the mines. Andy Lendy is mounted up though. Spots them and will back out. They have 70 skulls, so they don't need to fight for the boss. In fact, it looks like they're just going to give it up and give that over to Pixel Hunters, who will focus this down. Let's finally have a look at the builds, because this got quite distracted. Shadow Wolf, taken by Rhaegar, despite the fact he didn't take the mana regen. And this fort is toast. Nothing they can do about that. They appear to be being to try and defend it, but that's going to take way too long. This fort is absolutely toast. And they're just leaving Asmodad to do this, but he aggroed the boss and has to keep moving. So there we go. He's finally going to be able to retreat, but fort's toast. Should have just taken the boss. But it looks like they're just going to ditch the boss, which is good for them, because it means that Virtus.pro have to, if they want a golem, have to go back in and get it. But the longer this goes on, the stronger the golem will be. Matt completely out of position, gets taken down, and Asmodad is coming in just in time to not help Dox survive. He has been envenomed. Is it enough? Tick, tick, tick. He's so low. Down he goes. The healing over time of the fountain is not as much as the damage over time from envenom. So he did get taken out. Very amusing there. So talents-wise, an incredibly brave decision out of Pixel Hunters. Gathering power on Kael'thas and Nova. Insanely brave decision there. Asmodad did go for the taste for blood. Moonbird to try and set him up, but not Knight Takes Pawn. Regen Master coming from the Johanna. Once again, an incredibly brave decision to try and stack this Asmodad. Let's see how he's doing. 6. Okay. 6 stacks on Sid Asmodad. And Virtus.pro continuing to just work on the Bruiser camp. Their talents, Shadow Wolf on the Rhaegar, despite him not taking the mana regen. It's been working out for them pretty well though. And Yelendi, bit low on mana, because he did not take any kind of mana regen build. Instead, took the Envenom on level 4, and with a Deep Chill and the Frostbitten. Reasonably standard build, just without any kind of mana regen or the extra wide Blizzard. Just going with the Envenom instead. Arthur's almost completely standard, and Tassadar going with the Reinforced Structure, which I love on this map. Taking Reinforced Structure to make your buildings harder to kill for their Golem, which has finally been taken. Virtus.pro sent a couple people into the mines to pick that up while all this was going on. And Static Charge for the Tassadar as well. Earth Shield coming in from the Rhaegar, as there is a little CC, but not that much. It's Kael'thas, the Root from Malfurion, and Nova and Johanna. So not really that much, and wow, that Globe Annihilation not really doing much. There's the Root to try and catch someone. It does catch BKB, but he just ignores it. Rolls in, gets a double Root himself, and they're taking down Nova. Nova goes down. Malfurion dropping low as well, and Mac and what also gonna get taken down, and it's just such a huge lead for Virtus.pro right now. They're just gonna continue to push this in. The gate looking pretty weak right now. Towers will go down as well. They're just pushing so quickly, and this is just with Sylvanas. They haven't, their boss 100 Skull Golem has yet to even arrive. Currently 5 minutes into the game, and they're onto this keep, which they can continue to keep disabling. He has Life Drain, the Sylvanas, so he's getting a load of health regen back every time he throws out the Shadow Dagger, which does have the lower cooldown. Jada moving in here, trying to get Dox, and she does do it. Well played by Andy Lendy there. Now they're moving on to Johanna there. Mac gets taken down. Mac gets taken down. What is being focused? When's the Root up from Arthas? 2 seconds, but he has no mana for it because he's used his Frozen Waste, and we do see What get out. Pro Funds also able to escape here, and we will see Virtus.pro though back away from this. BKB going back in. He still doesn't have mana for a Root here, just being super aggressive as the tank here to try and zone everyone from Pixel Hunters is alive. Their respawn time is still incredibly short, but it's currently 11-6, and there's the silence onto Kael'thas and the Asmodad in the back, but they're the only ones alive except for Mac. Mac heading in, trying to drop any kind of CC, but the 100 Skull Golem has arrived, and the entirety of Virtus.pro is on the core. And What has no health left, not even trying. There we go, there's the Storm with the Static Charge, and he gets taken down. Johanna tried to delay as much as possible, but that will be GG. And Virtus.pro are going to take game number 1. Very well played by them. An incredibly dominating game. Let me quickly change the score. Awesome. Okay, and head to this screen so you guys can't see how many games were in this series. But if that game was anything to go by, I'm going to have an assume at a 2-0. But let's head in to what is at minimum game number 2 right now. And as you can now see, it is going to be on the Cursed Hollow. And it is time to introduce the teams once this replay has fully loaded. So, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully it's the right way around. I don't have to swap it. Yep, it is all good. So, spawning on the left-hand side, it is the blue team. Currently 1-0 up in this series. And Jesus Christ, my middle mouse click just does not want to work today. It is going to... Oh, wait, I remember I rebounded another button, so I didn't have to use it anymore. But yeah, playing it on the left-hand side, it is the blue team of Team Virtus.pro. They are 1-0 up in this series. And playing the Malfurion, it is going to be Sevkaja. Playing the Zagara, it will be Unstable. The Illidan, being played by Kuni-chan. Muradin, being played by BKB. And Abatha, being played by Andy Lendy. And on the right-hand side, it is the red team. Let's see if they can make any kind of comeback. It is going to be Pixel Hunters. And playing on Pixel Hunters, playing the Jada, it is going to be Dox. Playing the Valor, it will be Mac. The Arthas, being played by Pro Funds. Uther, being played by Macintosh. And the Diablo, being played by what? And that's a good answer for this one. What? A Diablo in this game. We will have to see how it does go. Jaina starting off with the Winter's Reach, which is pretty nice in this map. Great for some lovely tribute denial. And Zagara, already starting off with some incredible creep spread, has got Corpse Feeders. 30% less damage from non-heroic sources, which means they can push up quite a bit harder, as they're less likely to get killed by towers. Very nice for soaking up a few of those tower shots. Reverberation coming in from the Muradin. No many assassins, but could catch out Valor, and Valor did go with the Rancor talent. so it could counter her quite nicely. Soul Feast coming in from the Diablo, just making himself as tanky as possible. Muradin being careful. Illidan currently pushing up the lane very hard, but has taken a bit of damage, but has dealt a good amount in kind to Wat. Very standard stuff from pretty much everyone else. Eternal Hunger, like we said, Rancor's pretty standard reach from the Uther, and Shando's Clarity on the Malfurion, which is pretty good. There's the route onto Arthas and Unstable, and just going to do quite a bit of harassment damage, force him to back up a bit, and continued Moonfires, once again coming from Sevkaja. BKB just continuing to harass Jaina up here with continued Storm Bolts. He does not have Perfect Storm, but with Abathur on his head, he's going to be able to harass quite strongly. And Zagara continue to push this up. More roaches come in, and they're going to take a while to kill off, so they can just do quite a lot of damage. But, as I've shown with my video on Zagara with the Infested drop, you can see that the roaches actually have a lower duration than they do life. So it does mean they get their full worth out of it, but as you can see, oh, that one dies quicker than its duration. Usually their duration is what runs out first. So the extra, and that is even the case with the extra health. Muradin, still fine. Illidan has pushed Diablo all the way back to base, gets pushed in here. Does he have leap? He doesn't need it, there's no ammo in this. There we go, just leaps over the tower. And he is completely fine. Valor has had to back up here. Arthas will have to follow soon. And he's going to go back now, gets hit by Banelings. And there's the Infested drop to try and prevent him from being here. Is the Moonfire in range? Now it is. They've killed the gate. They're going to once again prevent Profunds from backing out. Diablo has died in the mid lane. Kunichan taking full control of that. And they are in a very good position. Muradin doesn't look like he's in the position to kill anyone soon. In fact, he has to back out a bit, as he does not have Abathur on his head. In the meantime, Sevkaja and Unstable will continue to push down the bottom fort of Pixel Hunters, who are in quite a bit of a predicament. Matt coming in, gets a bit of harass off. Not much they can do. Abathur has tunneled to the bot lane and will steal that tribute. And, well, he absolutely can. There's just full control afforded to Virtus.pro at the moment. Muradin, dwarf tossing his way out. Illidan on his own in the mid lane, soaking right now because Diablo has not come down. Because Diablo is sneaking down to the mid lane, but neither Profunds nor Mac are here to support him. He's just ganking on his own right now in a 2 versus 1 situation, and immediately Sevkaja and Unstable turn around onto him. Root comes out from Sevkaja. He's just tanking the keep at the moment, the fort, sorry, because that allows Unstable to push a bit further. Hunter Killer, though, does get slowed. It will run out of duration before they're able to take out Wat, and that means that they will not be able to finish him off, but they are almost definitely going to get this fort, and they already just grabbed mid fort thanks to Kunichan. Unstable just gonna do some more harass here. He does not care. He doesn't even have his extra health regen on creep. This is just regular creep health regen as opposed to the bonus, and he is fine. Diablo coming in for round 2, continuing to ignore the mid lane, but he runs into an Abathur mine and will be forced to back out. Unstable coming in, looking to maybe try and finish him off. An Infested drop should finish off that fort. Nope, but the Infested roaches will do it instead. Root does not land. We're going to see Wat, Profunds, and Mac immediately back out here. Illidan also running away because he just lost sight of everyone. Having a look at the talents, we have Versatile. Increase the mana returned by the Innovate from Malfurion by 25%, which is pretty good. They do have some mana users like Zagara. Illidan, currently 1 versus 3, trying to do what he can. He does have Abathur on his head, so it's 2 versus 3, sorry. Mac, backing up, he becomes in range for the dive, though. He's trying to bait Illidan by the bit. Illidan does not care, and Illidan will take down Profunds, and Mac will retreat to the fountain and help out. Jada dies in the top lane to Muradin. Muradin gets Abathur on his head to fight off the Uther. He has Reverberation, so it slows Uther's auto attacks, and he annihilates him. No, the stun comes out. It's not going to be enough, though. There's the heal, actually. But with the Abathur on his head, BKB will be able to take him down. Very well played there by the Uther. Very almost took him down, but that was still a 2 versus 2 with the Abathur on his head by BKB and the wonderful Abathur, who's currently just chilling as he just stole the tribute again. Well played, Andy Lendy. And BKB just turn up here. In the meantime, bot lane's pushing hard. Virtus.pro just all over the place right now. Illidan with the Thrill of Battle and the Hunt. He's going on to Uther here, and Uther gets destroyed by Illidan here, and a little help from Sevkaja. They're now moving on to bottom keep. We're going to see Jada come down here to try and help this out. Valor also coming to try and defend, but in the meantime, BKB and Abathur are pushing top lane. Arthas looking to maybe be back, but no, they're just going to run. That's a long way to run, guys. It would be quicker to be back. Kunichan bounces out. That's the Silent Assault coming from Malfurion. There goes Illidan with the Hunt again onto Jada, and is now trying to focus down. We have the cloned Illidan, and they take down the Valor as well. The keep will die here. They're now turning their attention onto Wat and the core, trying to take it down. Andy Lendy taking as much as possible. In comes Unstable with the Banelings, and Lendy actually taking quite a lot of damage, but we're seeing Kuni-chan at pretty much full health because that is the idea. It is the cloned Illidan that is taking the damage, and that is fine because they don't lose too much except for a bit of XP. Kuni-chan getting focused here, but there's the hunt onto Diablo, and he will take it down Diablo, even with Soul Steal, so he gets the extra health regen and the extra health. It is not enough, and we're seeing Muradin. He will get dropped. Jaina was taken down in exchange, though. Vala, Illidan, and the Malfurion continuing to focus this, and in the meantime, the curse almost happened. Abathur was next to the tribute but did not pick it up, but that is GG, and Virtus.pro take this series to 0, and that was very, very well played by them. Some very silly heroics taken in the second game. Vala did not actually pick her level 7 talent, and full Ice Lance build from the Jaina, so we saw some interesting stuff there. Boundless Conviction is what we see a lot, but we don't really see Wave of Light that often. Full Ice Lance, full Destruction coming in from... Wow, Pixel Hunters are just catering to me, aren't they? They've seen my All-In series and just like, you know what, we're gonna do that. And they absolutely have, so I appreciate it. Very well played, Pixel Hunters. You tried your best. Unfortunately, you did get unlucky by going up against one of the best teams in Europe in your very first match. So I hope to see him in the next one. We even saw Nidus Network coming in from Zagara. No Haymaker, though. Muradin, you ruined it. But either way, well played to Virtus.pro there. They will be moving on to the next round. And thank you all very much for watching. New cast going up tomorrow. I'm sorry there wasn't one yesterday. I was super busy. And remember, if you want to see the stuff that me and Caldor did live, that is all on his YouTube channel that you will find in the description. Once again, guys, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you all next time.